Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a build in uh, Henford on Bagley, which came with the cottage living pack. Um, Again, like I say on repeat constantly on this channel, you could see the build is pretty much like put together. This time I didn't just build it, the structure, but I did the outside wallpaper, the windows, the doors. I just did it all today because I knew this video was going to be a little bit longer. And like I said, I don't want to make you guys sit through that. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Um, I really did want to do a community lot this video, but then the bathroom clutter kit came out last week. So I made this build so that I could use the clutter kit. I did a residential lot because I wanted to use that new clutter kit and I wanted to check out all the items and all that kind of fun stuff. I know there's some controversy against it. A lot of people don't like it. Um, I can understand that. They're right. Some of the swatches are a little blurry, and some of them are a little flat. I can see where people are saying about it. But to be honest, I still like the kit. I still like the items. I think it's really cute. I love cluttering up my builds. I clutter my builds a ton, as you know, if you've watched my other videos. So, and I was never a kit person. I kind of always thought they were a waste of money, but these clutter kits I've really actually started to like. Um, so yeah, I just I can understand where people are having issues, and I agree. With all the money we spend and how much EA charges for these packs and stuff, we deserve to have better quality items, but who knows? I mean, I think they'll end up maybe fixing them in the future, which they should have already been fine to use, but there's always issues. And I know one of the other things was the candle that's in the pack or the kit. It doesn't have a flame, and I'll be honest, that kind of annoyed me a little bit. I was kind of hoping that there was like going to be a flame on a candle because it's under the lighting, uh, where you can like put in lighting. So I can understand that one. That one kind of annoyed me too because I was like, well, I'd like to use a candle, but I want it to have like a little flame flickering. But like people said, in an update, EA may end up fixing that. So I'm kind of hoping and crossing my fingers that that does happen and they do fix some of these issues. But I saw a video on YouTube. I think there's mod creators that like created items to fix some of the items in the kit. So you could always do that. You could always, I mean, get the mods to help fix them if you use mods. But yeah, we shouldn't have to do that for items that are released. But it is what it is, and I got the kit and I wanted to use the items, so I did. So I created a family farm type build. I really love building in Henford on Bagley. I just love the farms. I love doing like the farm animals and the cows and the chickens and the llamas. I don't know. That's just kind of like when I gameplay. Like if I play on here when I'm not building, which is very rarely now, but I like having family play and doing like the farm and having some of the farm animals and stuff. So I tend to gravitate towards this world more than I should. I used to do Brindleton Bay a lot because I'm an animal lover. So, I love the cats and dogs pack, and I do end up using a lot of those items. But I just love that world. I think that world is beautiful, and I just love like the kind of like ocean feel to it, and like it just feels like kind of like I don't know, like I don't know how to explain it, but it's like I don't like an old world like type of feel. I don't know if that makes sense, but I just love that world. And then when this came out, I was like, oh, now I have another world that I'm gonna end up building a lot in because they're just both so beautiful, and I love the animal themes in both of them and everything. So I'll say I think they did really well when they created the world in both those packs. So those two are definitely my favorite. But yeah, here we were just decorating the outside. I kept it more neutral in the front, but then this side attachment on the house, I wanted to make a barn because I stuck the cow in the barn because I didn't want like to have that shed sticking out because I didn't like the way it looked. So I just did like an extension on the house, and I made that red because I really wanted like that red barn look. It is functional. Your Sims can like clean it out and everything. I play tested it. The only thing is the cow. Like I put a cow in here. You could do a llama or whatever you want, but they do kind of just like go through the door, which I had a feeling that was gonna happen. If you don't want that, like I thought about doing like making my own door like open, and doing like diagonal walls and just sticking doors on there to make it look like an open door so that they would just kind of like walk through it. But to be honest, I really didn't want the front of the barn to like you could see it. Like I didn't want like it to be sticking outside. So I didn't do that because I really just wanted it to look like a nice closed barn and like the colors and everything, and like I didn't want that in-game barn to really be present at all. But I mean, you could always do that yourselves. You could always just delete the door that's on there and delete some of the walls and just like create diagonal walls and stick doors on the sides and just make it look open. If you didn't want the cow to kind of like go through the door itself. Um, but it didn't really bother me too much. I didn't, I didn't really care. I mean, how often are you really looking to see the cow coming through the door? But anyway, yeah, so that's something you could change. And then I just did a lot of like decorations. I used a lot of debug items from the cottage living pack. Um, like a lot of the decorations. I also used a lot of those mushrooms on the ground that came with the pack. I just think they're so cute, and I love those little mushrooms, like the little pile of them and stuff. So I use a lot of those outside because I couldn't think of what to do with landscaping in there, and I didn't want like a bunch of flowers and stuff. Like I did them against the house and flowers and stuff, but I didn't want like them outside, and I didn't want. I tried bushes, but bushes just weren't looking right. So I just thought those mushrooms were really cute, and they kind of went with like the world and the theme, and they kind of looked like what was going on in the outside of the house. So I just thought they worked perfectly. But yeah, now we're just moving on to the house. This is like the inside foyer area. Like when you walk in the door, and then there's just like this little wall area that I didn't know what to do with, so I just put a bunch of shelving. I think that one's from the Laundry Day pack, and I really like that with like the little drawers and the little basket underneath. I just like the little decorations in it. I think it's really cute. So I use that because it fit perfectly against the wall, and then I just cluttered it up with a bunch of stuff. And I use the tool mod here to just kind of move things around. But yeah, this house is actually there's the kitchen, dining, living room, all that kind of downstairs. And then there's a garage, which was behind like the car in the driveway. There's like a little garage room, which I just did like a little woodworking table and like a little exercise machine and stuff. And then next to that, I wanted this to be like a family house, but I kind of wanted it to be like a generations type family house. So not just like the parents and the kids. I wanted like a grandparent. So downstairs, I did create a small little like grandma room because I figured like, okay, so the story I was going with in my head was, grandma lived here and, she lived here with grandpa, but then, grandpa passed on and, she really wanted to keep the house, but it was too much for her to, take on by herself. So I forget if I did the son or the daughter as hers in my game. But anyway, her son slash daughter, whatever you want to do, decided, they needed a change of space and, they needed to move out of the city or wherever they were living. So they thought, why don't we move in with grandma? And, we'll take over the house for her and we'll take on like the gardening and the animals and stuff. And, we'll just move in and we'll help grandma, so that way she doesn't have to give up the house. And then when she passes on herself, they'll inherit the house. So that's kind of where I was going with it. Like it was just like a family farmhouse that was going to get passed down. But instead of waiting for, the parents to like move on and then them inherit the house, they decided after grandpa left that, they were going to move in and help grandma because she couldn't take care of the animals and everything on her own. And, they figured they didn't need to wait. They were looking for a change, so they moved in sooner. I don't know. That's just kind of where I went. It wasn't like a crazy storyline. I'm sure it's been done over and over again by other people, but I just like that, and that's kind of like why I wanted like a little room downstairs for grandma. Like upstairs, there's like a master bedroom and then two kids' bedrooms. There's actually three bathrooms in this build. One down here, and then one upstairs for the kids, and then an ensuite onto the main bedroom for the parents. So I figured like maybe grandma and grandpa lived upstairs in that main bedroom, but after grandpa passed, she didn't need all that space, so she gave it to her child and their spouse. And, they built a little room downstairs. It was a guest room, but they converted it to, grandma's room. So, now she has her little room downstairs. She has her own bathroom. She's right, she's getting older, so she doesn't have to keep going up and down the stairs now. Now she's right on the main level, and she could just go out and do her gardening or whatever she wants. So I don't know. That's just kind of like where I was going with this. Always say, I just like having a little bit of a storyline in the back of my head while I do this, um, so that while I'm building it, kind of like comes together as I'm thinking of the story. But yeah, here we are doing the kitchen. I love these cabinets from the country live the why can't I think of the name of the pack now? But I just love these cabinets, like these old, like they're a little bit like worn and a little bit like the paint's a little scratched, but I just love those. And that blue color was so pretty. And the countertops, like it's like that, it's like a brown, but I don't know how to explain it, but it just looked different. I just love the top. It's like that chopping board type of like top of a counter, like instead of like a what do you call it? Like a marble or whatever. It's like that wood chopping board type of top. But I just love the way that looks. So I was like, oh, I want to use that in there. And then that dining room table, I decided to just put it against the back of the counters because I wanted this house to have kind of like a little bit of an island, but not one you can like really sit at. So I figured like if I just bumped the dining room table right up against the counters, it just looks so cute and it just made it look a little bit more homey. And like, maybe grandma bakes cookies in the kitchen and the kids sit at the table and they do their homework, and then grandma, brings them the cookies while they're doing their homework at the dining room table, but they're like right there with each other. So I just like that it's all open and, they could have like close family gatherings and stuff right there. While people cook or grandma cooks or mom cooks, dad cooks, I don't know. I just love that like whole like kind of homey feel it has. And then I just cluttered up a bit. Like I added these little cookbooks and I just added like a little bit of clutter. And then I did the shelving next to the stove, between like the oven stove and the sink. And I just did a bunch of clutter on there too because I just, I love the little clutter items and I love the little coffee mugs that we got with the everyday clutter kit and like the little snack pack and stuff. I just think they were really cute. So I just put a bunch of clutter on these shelves. I ended up changing the shelves because I didn't like the brown color that was there. So I added this like white color. It's not, it's like kind of like an off white. It's not like white white. It actually kind of looks gray. I'm not really sure, but it just matched like the backsplash and everything better and like the cabinets. But then like in the kitchen I did like that white stone on the back of the walls instead of doing like the same wallpaper around the whole house because I just thought it was like really nice and it kind of made it look like maybe that was like the original stone the house was built with, and they just kind of put like this, paint and paneling around the rest of the house just to make it look a little newer. But I stuck with like the black and white theme. As far as like the walls and the floor, like I did them very dark, and then I did like nice bright colors with like the kitchen and the blue and like the furniture, and that's where I added the color into the house with all the furniture and everything because I figured like I didn't want like the walls to be bright or anything else, but I figured like then the furniture could bring in the pop of color to the house instead of having it all over the walls and stuff. But yeah, here's the living room. I didn't do anything too crazy. I just did a little fireplace. I think those couches are from the cats and dogs kit because I believe the wallpaper is too. And I just love that the back of that couch, like the wood paneling on the back of the couch, matches the wood paneling on the wallpaper. I just thought that was like perfect, and I thought they just matched like perfectly. So I had to use that couch because I thought that was just so cute. And then the blue on the actual couch kind of matched with the blue in the kitchen. I mean, it's a little lighter, but I just thought it fit really well, so I used that one. And then I think there was like pillows and stuff on there, and I just wanted it to look a little bit more homey. But yeah, this back corner, I did just like a little desk with like a computer. I'm gonna stick like a little easel in there, in the back corner because I figured like maybe one of the parents paints or maybe the grandma paints or something. But I just figured it was like a nice thing to just kind of stick in that corner. Originally, I wanted this room to be separated, so I had like a wall going across, and I was gonna do like the open doors like I was gonna do on the barn and stuff. But when I was putting it together, the walls just look weird, and it wouldn't like sit right. Like it just didn't look like it fit. So I decided to just delete the walls and just open it up because I figured it's kind of like hidden behind that wall that's like in the foyer type like walk-in area. So you can't really like see it when you walk in the house. It's kind of like you have to walk around the corner. So I figured it was all right if it was still open and there wasn't like a closed off door or anything to the office. Um, and originally I had like the living room up and the kitchen down and then the office floor I had it like down too. Like I didn't raise the floor on the office. And it was just too many what do you call them? It was just too many heights. Like the foundation, it just looked weird. It wasn't like working. So yeah, so I just decided to just open it and put that wall there, like where that like coat rack is, just to kind of separate it a little bit and make it look a little bit on its own. But yeah, I figured that this family probably has a dog because they're kind of like a farm. So I like doing these little pet areas in the house. So I decided to do like the little leash holder for the dog, and then I just put like the treats on top and a little food bowl underneath. I just like having a little designated area if I'm gonna have pets in the house. I kind of give them their own little spot um, to just kind of like eat and stuff. Like I just make it like a little, not a shrine, but like a little thing for the animal just to show that they're loved by the family. But yeah, this is gonna be Grandma's room. Like I said, it's very small. I did put the dog bed in here because I figured like Grandma's like very attached to the dog. Like it's kind of like Grandma's dog. Like they adopted it when they moved in, like the family. But he became, or she, the dog, became Grandma's pet. Like they're like attached at the hip. So I put a bed in here, but I think I put a bed in the parents' bedroom too, upstairs. So I just put a lot of dog beds in here because I love animals in the game, and I just love giving them like little beds in the bedrooms and stuff because my dog himself, he sleeps in my bed, takes up the whole bed. He's not a big dog. He's about 37 pounds. He's not a giant dog, but if you have a dog or a cat, if they sleep with you in the bed, they manage to take up the entire bed. So, and because he has, beds all over like he has one in our hallway, he has one in our living room, like he definitely has designated spots for him because he's very, very, very spoiled. um, just because of that, and that's who I am as a person. I tend to do that in some of my builds and just kind of go over the top with the animals and kind of give them like a bunch of places for them to go and stay and whatever. But yeah, so now we're just moving on to the downstairs bathroom. This is going to be kind of like Grandma's bathroom. Like I said, I used the stuff from the bathroom clutter kit. I really, really do like the kit. I understand some of the swatches. I get it, and people are right. I didn't notice as much as when I was building it because I wasn't really paying that much attention. But when people pointed out that these towels over here are a little see-through, I was watching a video and they were talking about it. And now that I look at it, I could see what they're talking about. I really wasn't paying that close of attention while building, but now that I look at it, it's kind of noticeable. But it really doesn't bother me that bad. And, in an update, they may fix it a little bit. So I guess I'll just wait and see what happens. But I already bought the kit, so what am I going to do? I paid for it. I'm going to use the items no matter what people say because I still think they're really cute. And I love that little cup with the dentures on it. If you saw, I put it in Grandma's room next to like a side table. But then I also put one in the bathroom because I just thought it was so cute. And, old people kind of like tend to lose their dentures a lot. So I figured maybe she has like two of them. So I put one in this, but I just think that's such a cute little detail. And I know people are saying like we might be getting a Generations pack soon. So like maybe they're going to update like how we play with older Sims in the game. So I just think it's a cute little detail, and I just love the little dentures. And I think upstairs, because it's the dentures on one swatch, and if you go to the next swatch, it's like a little retainer. I just think that's adorable. And I think upstairs in the kids' bathroom, I end up using the cup with the retainer in it because I figured like one of the kids in this family is like a child, and then the other bedroom upstairs is going to be a baby's room. So I figured maybe like the family has a little baby, has a child or whatever, and either they're expecting a baby on the way, and the sim is pregnant, which in my game I didn't make her pregnant yet because I figured maybe you could play this and they are expecting, or they're trying to have another baby, so they decided to just make a baby's room. So once they become pregnant, then the room's already together. So, I mean, you could play it however you want. That's just kind of where I was going in my head. I was going to do like a teenager and a child's room, but then I decided, why not do a baby room? I don't really do them that often. And I figured like this kind of house seemed more of like a younger family that, has a child, not a toddler child, but then, they're deciding, I think we want another kid. So that's just kind of like where I went with it. But this is just the garage we're moving on to. I didn't do anything crazy in here. I just did like a dark brick and like a light flooring to kind of like brighten it up a little bit. But like I said, I just did like the woodworking table, and then I did this like punching bag because I figured, that was a good exercise thing to stick in the garage. Like I didn't want anything too heavy. Like I didn't want a treadmill or any of that kind of like machinery. So I figured maybe like just the punching bag, like a little bit of exercise if your sim, is a little bit into fitness or whatever. And then I just did that like little storage unit. I forget which pack that came with, but I really do love using that in my garages. It's just perfect, and the clutter on it matches. And if you'll see later on, I love having that extra space on the shelf because I end up sticking the Tupperwares like for the holiday pack, like for the Christmas lights and stuff. I love sticking that on there because, when the holidays end up coming up for, oh, right here, I stick it. When the holidays come up in the game, you like to, like, your Sims, one of the goals is to, like, decorate the house. And when I'm playing, I always forget to, stick that in my house, so I have to go back into build mode and do it, because I like to have my Sims decorate, and, like, they like to celebrate the holidays, so figured I would just stick that in there so you can just easily decorate really quick the house and just click off that little tally for like a goal to do. I don't know why I just went on a tangent with that, but yeah. So now we're moving on to the upstairs. I didn't know what to do with the hallway. It was just so big, and like I didn't want to leave it so empty. So I decided to do this like little built-in with the laundry. So I just stuck like a little washing and dryer in there and some shelving and stuff. But I put it behind a curtain because it's still accessible. Your Sims can still use it and still play with it. It's functionable. Behind the curtain, I just didn't want it to like stand out and be like so like in your face. So I did that, and then I just stuck like a little hamster thing in there for the kids. And then that play tent, I'm gonna end up switching that out. I think I do the puppet thing because in the child's bedroom, I apologize if you don't have it, but I decided to try to do the kids stuff pack because I really don't use those items that often, and I purchased that pack a long time ago, and I just figured, I haven't really used that in a like ever in my builds. So I was going to do it this time and use all the furniture and stuff. So I did. The whole kids' bedroom is mostly the furniture, and the items and stuff are all from the kids' stuff pack. And then, like I said, I swapped out the tent for the puppet thing because I really do like that. And I think it's cute when the parents can sit there and watch the kids put on puppet shows, and, or the siblings can put on puppet shows for each other and stuff. I just think it's a really cute item. And I just don't think it gets enough credit, and people don't use it as much in their builds, and a lot of people don't have that pack. But because I have it, I wanted to use it, and, I just thought it was really cute, so I did that. But now we're moving on to the kids' bedroom. I kept it pretty simple, but I did put, like, the towels with, like, the new, like, the swatches on it for that, I forget what the, like, game is. It's like that Digipet or something in the game. It's supposed to be like Pokemon, I think. But I did the towels and stuff because in the kids' bedroom, I put a lot of the playing cards and like some of the posters from it. So I figured maybe the child is really into that game and that's like one of their favorite games. So I decided, because I added it on the towels and the little bath mats on the floor, in the bathroom, that swatch, and this little soap dispenser, which I think is so cute that you could change the swatch on that to like the little character. I think that's adorable. So since I put it in the bathroom, I decided to take that and run with it in the kids' room. And because those items came with the kids' stuff pack originally, like that game or whatever the heck it's supposed to be. I thought it was really cute that the stuff in the bathroom clutter kit ended up matching the kids' stuff pack with that like character type of like that game. So I decided to just do them in both rooms because I thought that was really cute that they included that in the bathroom clutter kit to include like the kids type of items too, not just for the parents. But yeah, it's just a small bathroom. I didn't do much. I did tuck the shower into the wall a bit to kind of hide like the backsplash so that I could hang like you'll see later on. I end up putting like the wall decals that we got with the bathroom clutter kit in here. I completely forgot about them while I was building the bathroom, and then when I was looking at pictures to put in the bedrooms, I realized I forgot the stickers. So I stuck them in the bathroom. Like we got like a bunch of like sea creatures and stuff like that, which are so cute, and I wanted to use them in the build, so I ended up sticking those. So I tucked the shower wall into the wall of the build just to hide the backsplash so I could stick the stickers and stuff in there. So yeah, but yeah, here's the kids' bedroom. Like I said, the bed, the mirror, the dresser, the desk, all of this is from the kids' stuff pack. Even that little clock, which I think is really cute because it has one of those little characters on it too. That's all from the stuff pack. I just think it's like a really cute thing, and I love the items in here. Like this little shelf is actually really cute. And I always forget about these items for a kid's bedroom. Like I always forget I have this pack, and for some reason when I was building this build, it just kind of like popped up, and I saw like the divider for the room that has those little jackets hanging over, which I did really want to use, but I couldn't fit it, and that just clicked in my mind like, oh yeah, I have this kid stuff pack. Why don't I use the items from it? You know, why not make a kid's room with these items? So I did that. And like I said, I stuck a bunch of the playing cards on that little shelf because I just thought maybe the kids really into that game. And then like the posters of the creatures that are in that game too on the walls. I just thought it was really cute, and it's really girly. And then I used this flower wallpaper because the door I used for this bedroom came with the high school pack, but it has those like flower prints on the back of the door, and they just match perfectly to this wallpaper. So I love using the two together, and like the purples and everything kind of match together. So I just thought it was really cute. And I just made it like a very girly, like little girl's room, and I don't know, I just thought it came together really nice, and all the colors kind of just blended together and stuff, and it was just like, you know, I don't really build very girly rooms. I mean, I do for The Sims, but I'm not very girly myself. So when all the items kind of just end up going together and it's just like easier and, you know, they just match and come together, it's really nice for me because then I don't have to think about it. I just do it. So, yeah, that's just how I went. Now we're on to the baby's room. I would have used the crib that came with the base game, but I have a CC item that overrides that crib and changes the way it looks. So I don't like to use that one on my builds. And to be honest, I don't really like the way the base game crib looks anyway. I really love this crib from the werewolves pack. I just love the little sheep and the little stars hanging over. I think it's just so cute, and it's like fuzzy and soft. So I decided to use that. And then I put a toddler bed in here because I figured, like, okay, your sim might have the baby, but then, you know, babies can get kind of annoying. I know we're getting the update to the game with infants, which I cannot wait for infants to come in the game. I think I'm going to use the family from this house when that infant pack or when the infant update comes out because I really want to try it and I really want to play with the infants. So since I already have this room built and I already have the family going, I think I'm going to use this for myself. But I don't know. I guess infants will still be in a crib. But I figured your sim's going to grow into a toddler, so you might as well just throw a toddler bed in there and just be done with it. And then I just put in some toys, and I love that. I know it's not playable, but that little sheep like statue is just the cutest thing ever. I love that little sheep, so I had to stick that in there too. Yeah, here I'm just going back and sticking all the little stickers from the bathroom clutter kit, like the little sea creatures and stuff. Like I said, I tucked the wall back in there. You'll see like the whale and like the kelp or whatever that is. I stuck it against the wall on the bathroom because I hid the shower just so I could do that if that's what I was talking about. But yeah, I didn't really do anything crazy in this baby room. Like I just did a toddler bed, a crib, and a little seating chair with a little bookcase. I didn't clutter it up much because it's a very small room, but I just thought it was cute, and this wallpaper is very neutral, so you could have a boy or a girl. You know, if you use this house. I didn't like add any pinks or blues or greens, or I just made it very neutral. So however you want to play with this family, you know, you could pretty much put whatever gender baby in that room you want. So yeah, now we're moving on to the main bedroom for the parents. Again, it's not that crazy. I didn't clutter it that much. It is a smaller room, so I really couldn't fit as much as I wanted to in this room either. So I just did this bed, and then I did something different. I put the mirrors behind the bed as like a backsplash, which I never have done before. But I wanted to try it in this build, and I just love the way it looked. I think it actually looks really cute and nice. I know it's kind of weird to have mirrors behind a bed, but for some reason it just fit in this build, and it just looked really nice. So I did that. Um, and then there's like a little chair and like this little chest with like, I'll just put some clutter items on this chest. And then when I move into the bathroom, I end up sectioning off and like raising a part of the bathroom onto like a platform. You'll see in a minute. And I make like a little sort of walk-in closet. Like I put curtains on it again and stuff and like separate it. Because like I said, this bedroom wasn't very big and I didn't really have that much space to put a lot of like dressers and stuff in here. And I really wanted them to have some sort of closet. So since the bathroom was such a big space, I decided to just do it in there and make like a separate like walk-in, not walk-in, but kind of like a step up like closet in the bathroom. So I did that. I ended up fitting like a shower and a toilet and everything in the bathroom, so it's got everything your Sims are gonna need in there. And it's all functional. I tested it all out, so your Sims can get to everything. They can get to the sides of the beds easily. And yeah, everything's usable. But yeah, I didn't do a lot. I just left the blue. I really like that wallpaper. It's from the Paranormal pack, and I love like the little flower detail and everything on the wallpaper. So I ended up putting that in here because I figured it added a little bit of pop to the room, but like nothing too crazy. So I didn't, like I said, I wasn't trying to add too much color and stuff, but the blue on the wallpaper matched like the blue and everything else. But then the little bit of flowers on there kind of just made it look a little bit more fancy. I don't know. And then, like I said, I'll end up sticking, I don't know if I already did it now, but there's like a grandfather clock to the corner. I think I ended up tilting that and putting, like I said, another dog bed in the bedroom because, I don't know, I just end up adding a lot of dog beds in this build for some reason. But yeah, now we're moving on to the closet. Like I said here, I kind of like raise it up on a platform, and I used all the Dream Home Decorator items. Like these are like shelvings from the Dream Home Decorator, and then I just put a bunch of shoe clutter, and then I use like the hanging clothes from the Dream Home Decorator pack. Like, I don't know, I just love that pack, and I love how you can create your own closets with it and everything, and I just think it's a really good pack, and it's really just nice. Like I said, if you want to make like walk-in closets and stuff, it's like perfect. So yeah, I just did that, and I just figured I put like little curtains. Those are from Desert Luxe Kit. Those curtains, they are really great, and I know like everybody says it, but I really do love how you can like put the little shelving in the middle on the top, and it still adds to the curtains, but it's like open, so you don't have like a curtain hanging there. So I just love how they did those curtains in the game. I think they're like perfect, and I use them in a lot of my builds. Oh, and if you just noticed, I forgot that the bathroom clutter kit came with the light switches, which I did only add, I think, in the bathrooms and stuff. I didn't add it throughout the whole house. But I know I saw too, there's a mod that somebody created to make the light switches functional, where you can click on them and you can like turn the lights on and off or change the colors and stuff, which I think is great. I might end up getting that mod myself, but I really wish EA would have made those functional too, like that you could change the lighting and stuff with those. So maybe in the near future they'll change that for us too. But yeah, here we're just doing a couple more clutter items. Like I couldn't fit all the clutter I wanted on the bathroom counter, so I decided to just add a couple more to this bedroom dresser in here. So yeah, I just tried to clutter it up as much as I could. But yeah, the bathroom, like I said, there's a shower and the toilet. I love the plunger in the bathroom clutter kit. I'm going to be weird and say that, but I put a plunger in all my builds, and I always use the debug plunger. So for them to give us one in that clutter kit, I was so excited. I know that's a weird thing to say, but I was super excited about that, and I'm probably the only one. But yeah, I just love that realistic detail of having the plunger in the bedroom, and I always used one. So now that we got a prettier one for our builds, you know, I'm going to use that all the time, like all the time. But yeah, so you know, now we're just getting to like the end of the build. I'm just gonna add a couple more things in the hallway. Like I added that cute little decoration on the wall for the kids. Like maybe the kid sticks, you know, her report cards or something in those little shelves, and I don't know, maybe the parents like stick little notes in there and she can grab them on the way in her room. I just thought that was like a really cute thing to stick in the hallway, and just some pictures. And then I didn't know what to put in this little corner, so I put this little shelf, this little shelving unit, which I think is from like the parent pack. Why can't I think of what that pack is called? But the parent stuff pack, and it has like the little towels and stuff in there. So I thought that was really cute to go in like a little family home. And then here, I just remembered I forgot to put tables in the living room, so I decided to do this cute little thing and stack the tiny living table with like the um paranormal table. I can't remember where that cute little table came from with like the black, like it has the wood top, but then has like the material bottom. I don't know, but I just started to stick those two and stack them together. And then I just did a little toy chest in there for the kid. And then here's another little spot for the dog. I just do like a little bed and like a little toy chest. And then I'm just adding a little extra things to the build. But yeah, we're getting to the end. So if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. Have a great day.
Lonely times, lonely places have seen my teardrops fall. Lonely hearts, lonely places that stare at lonely walls. But with all these tears and heartaches, dear, I still have sweet dreams of you. And time's gone by